So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Virgin Galactic Fridays live stream, guys. For a long time we didn't had this, so I'm super excited, and I would love to start this episode with a small meme, okay? So if you're thinking you're having a bad day, and think about this astronaut that, you know, have two dogs, and this is his official astronaut picture, okay? So I think that's a very symbolic, I would say, well, you know, a very symbolic picture for 2020, for crazy 2020, right? Thank you very much for joining. Make sure to smash that like button. This would be highly appreciated. Follow me on Instagram, then you know what is going on in my life, and when I have something crazy to say about the stock market, make sure to do that. And welcome, guys. Okay, welcome. I know there is a lot of questions about Virgin Galactic, why we are so good recently, right? As of this week, we closed with $21.40, which is fantastic, right? And people are saying, is it already the end? Should I sell? Absolutely not, guys. This is first the very beginning, because as you know, I'm thinking that this is a 10x stock. I'm saying this since the stock is at $14, $15. So, you know, the price target for the stock is definitely somewhere around $150. And I think this is very realistic, specifically because there's so many things going on. But before that, before we diving into today's stream, I would love to say where you are watching from. So we have people here from Kansas. We have people from Portugal, Israel. We have our member Robert Howard. We have people from Hawaii. And we have our member Tom Sauerbon from DC. We have people also from Ben from the Oaksna Hospital. I hope you're doing better, Ben. People from Netherlands, UK, and James Pinkerton, our member as well from London. Okay, so since we have this set, South Korea and Costa Rica is also in the house, which is amazing. Let's have a quick look in today's agenda, okay? Today's agenda will be definitely that we're looking into and welcoming brand new members. Many people joined. If you're still wondering what is the membership, make sure to click the join button below this video or any other video on my channel, and you will get to know all the informations and how much value this is. But let me tell you really quick what it is all about. So you can become member. There's 3 tiers. First, there's the Wolfpack Gold, which support the channel for all the work and so on. Then there is similar to Patreon. Maybe you are familiar with Patreon. Then you're having the Real Wolf membership, which is basically the access to the Discord chat. And then you have the Ultimate Wolf, which is the 101 with me. What does it mean? Basically, you can send me emails on, every now and then, on daily basis whatsoever, and I will reply to you and we can chat. I can become your mentor. I can, help you with your questions about the stock market. I can show you, what I learned with all my experience. And, this is one of my favorite activities to chat with people around the world, because it's so positive, it's so amazing, and we just have the same interest, right? We want to have a lot of fun, we want to make a lot of money. So this is something that you might want to check. Now, enough. Let's talk about the market, because the market has something very interesting. Because the market actually, let me see, I stupidly zoomed in here. Can you see that? Or is it too bad? I think we need to scroll a little bit up. Yeah. So here we go. S&P 500 closed the week with 0.88% up. The Dow Jones 0.57%, and the Nasdaq even 1.39%. So for the Dow, it was one of the best weeks since August. Okay, so you can see now September, to be fair, was absolutely catastrophic. So that's why, it's not so amazing, great, phenomenal, astronomical news that, it was a great week. Obviously it was, if it's very bad months of September, it just can get better, right? But anyway, it was a very good month for Virgin Galactic, which, I'm super grateful. I know so many people are sending me messages on Instagram, in my Discord, on our Discord. You send me emails, and I read them all, guys. I also look in all the comments, so don't worry about that. I'm reading everything what you are communicating with me. I love that. I love that fact that we are still such a community that I can do this all by my own and read every single comment. And sometimes I get really nice feedback. Sometimes I need to tell you what I think. I'm always pretty straightforward, and some people like it, some people not, but apparently all we can live with that. I try to stay always positive, because I just think that the life is absolutely positive. It's much a better life if you stay positive. So think about it, and let's dive into the news that actually is maybe quite huge. Okay, I will show it to you what I mean by that. So actually here, Trump raises Trump raises stimulus. As you know, between the Democrats and the Republicans, there is, this thing going on. Okay, should we make a deal or should we not make a deal? Then Trump came and said, I don't want to that the talks continue, which was pretty, aggressive. However, now it seems that he is putting something on the table with 1.8 trillion, which is still less, I think, than the Democrats want. However, I heard from, different sources that there is something going on behind the scenes, that maybe we are very close to a deal, and this would be a super bullish sign for the market, and obviously also for Virgin Galactic. So that's the big news as of today on the market. So then I would love to welcome a couple of new members. So we have Tom Sarabon, he just joined as a real wolf. Then Eugene Whitney Jr., he is Wolfpack member Gold. Then we have, I think the name, I don't know how to pronounce the name. I think it was Ethan, because Ethan was already as Wolfpack Gold member, but he wanted to have the access to the Discord, so he upgraded to Real Wolf, which is fantastic. And then we have Neil Jones as well as Kamar. Both are joining Ultimate Wolf, which is highly appreciated. And thank you all, and I hope this will be just the beginning and we will have much more members, because it's so much fun to talk about stocks in our community, beside all the vlogs and live streams. Now let's have a look into the topic this week with space, because I got so many questions. Is there a competitor coming up? Should we be scared? Because Momentous, this is the web page of Momentous actually, which advertised to be the last mile delivery. And here you can see their product. So actually their product is a vehicle that is attached to satellites, as you can see here, to bring them into position. So they work, for example, very closely with SpaceX, and SpaceX is shooting, up those rockets and those satellites and leaving them in orbit. And then, there is this, you can see it here where my mouse is, this special vehicle, which then puts the satellite exactly at those positions where it should be. Right? So very interesting, very unique. And people ask me, if this is something that you should look into it. I will definitely, gather all the details and will let you know what I think about it. Definitely about the spec. Definitely interesting. I think $1.2 billion value, revenue somewhere at, I think, next year or the year after at 500 million. So, and space, guys, and don't forget, guys, space is one of those industries that are really changing humanity, okay? And I want to be in those industries. I want to be in those, I would love to be shareholder at SpaceX, but it's currently a private company, and Elon Musk said he don't have any plans to come with an IPO to the market. However, he want to separate the product or the project Starlink, which is all the satellites to provide internet around the world, to the stock market. So, but this is still a couple of years ahead, because they want to make sure that the revenue and the, growth is very, very stable. And then, it's not always good when you come too early to the market and the revenues and the growth is not so stable, because then obviously you have a very volatile stock, which, not many people want to be in. However, this is something that I love to see, that more and more companies, and this is the SPAC trend, right? The SPAC trend of companies coming to the market, which I love. Shamas is a big pioneer into this, and bringing more and more companies. He even said in one of his podcasts, it's called All In, where he's actually stating he thinks that it would be great to have, very young stage companies on the stock market, for retail investors. That's also brilliant, because you can then, follow and invest into a stock very, very early on. Now, let me have a look if we have any, Ethan, Ethan, it's right. Robert Howard is here. Then we have Los Angeles, Netherlands, Mexico, Italy, London, Louisiana, and London. That's so Canadian New Yorker. This guy is the Brad Pitt of stocks. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. I guess I'm more maybe from the look, maybe a little bit more of a George Clooney, if you would agree, okay? Thank you very much for that. Thumb up the live stream if you like it. This is always highly appreciated. Now, let's have a look. What I think is important now for space is to tick some boxes, okay? So Virgin Galactic has a lot to prove, but same like Tesla in 2019, they have now a couple of projects. For Tesla, it was Gigafactory in Shanghai, ramp up of the Model 3, production, preparation of the Model Y. Then Gigafactory Germany, and step by step, those things are getting achieved. And for Virgin Galactic, it's very, very similar, because you are starting now with the, first operation, the first flight of, or let's start even earlier. So we have the test flights, the final test flights, then we have the FAA approval, then we have the first flight with Richard Branson, then we have the start of operation. And on the meantime, we are working on this next product, which is, the Mach 3 airplanes. And I hope that in the Q3 earnings report, we will know more about that, because this would push the stock even more. And that's why I think at one point we will see a new valuation on the stock. I think, let me know if you're sharing this opinion, but I think nowadays, with the cheap money, with the rally going on and the upcoming end of year rally, I think we are really looking into brand new valuations, guys. We are looking into $50 space, or $75, or even $100 space if everything goes as planned, and the first people are going to space and the start of operation, and celebrities coming to the game as well. I think this is very important for stocks to gain this PR and marketing. So I think this is very, very crucial for stocks nowadays, because you can have the best company in the world. If nobody knows your product, then, wrong button. Then nobody will buy. So let's dive into the actually chart, okay? So I would love to, because there's not that much news nowadays, obviously, about the stock. So let me just show it to you. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yes, here we go. We have lots of analysts saying actually they buying the stock. I think 8 of 8 analysts are saying, this is definitely a purchase. worth because it's one of the only companies that you can invest into the space industry, and it's a huge industry and will grow absolutely insane over the next couple of weeks or years or months, you know, so it's definitely growing. So the month was crazy because, you know, I was super happy actually when we saw those and I could load up at, you know, 16, 14, 15, and then, you know, we had this jump to 20, and then, you know, we didn't saw 20 since, you know, a couple of days. We stayed now at, you know, we fight it against, you know, the 20, 21, 22 dollar mark, and now settle it at around 21.40, which you saw in the thumbnail already. So what's next for space stock is definitely, you know, the test flights in 12 days, okay, earliest, maybe a little bit later because of weather, schedule, or whatsoever. And yeah, I'm super excited about those next steps because, you know, it's always the same. First, the people are saying, oh no, I don't know, I lost credibility because of, you know, they are changing the schedule and so on and so forth. But then when the stock then goes out of his hidance, right, of its, you know, defensive mode and into aggressive mode, bullish mode, I always get the same messages saying, you know, I wish I just had bought more, okay? So yeah, it's always the same. However, let me know if you have any questions so we can address them. What do we have? We have people from Toronto. We have, if economy went bad, rich people will still go to space. That's absolutely right. I think that Virgin Galactic has one of the most recession-proof businesses around the world. And what else do we have? Then we have, what's up, Danny from Washington? Thank you very much. Fistful of dollars, our member as well. Louisville, Kentucky. I love Kentucky Fried Chicken, by the way. Okay, it's a super interesting fast food concept. The crazy, I don't know if you know about this, but you know, the guy who founded Kentucky Fried Chicken was actually, you know, very depressed in life, and he even wanted to, you know, finish it. And then he got 60, and he said, you know, what can I do the best? And he said, you know, I can do Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then he built up this huge fast food giant and empire, and by 70 he was actually a billionaire. So everything is possible, guys. Yeah, a quick update. Thank you very much for watching, and thumb up and follow me on Instagram if you want to know a little bit more about me and myself, and, you know, about stocks. Then make sure to do that. I wish you a fantastic start into the weekend. I hope it's the best weekend that you ever had, and stay safe and healthy, and I hope you are on board, because soon we will definitely heavily take off.